Well, let's just go ahead and get started with at about 16 years old. I probably smoked my first joint in my life, and that just started it all. And I started partying a lot, and that's really all it was up until I graduated. Even after I graduated, up until I was 25, 26 years old. And I party on Friday nights, Saturday nights, and I do drugs. And the worst, I think the worst thing about it was I was a bad womanizer. I would seek women more than anything. I was very lustful over women. And, I'm so thankful that God put Rich in my life. That way, he could just sit down and talk to me like a daddy, like God is to us, and just sit there and just talk about our problems with one another. Because that's all God is, our Father. And you can talk to him about anything. That's just the wonderful thing about prayer. It really is. And anyways, I was 26 years old. I'll take that back. I was 27 years old, and I ended up going to one of my buddy's houses because that's where I used to. I had done a cycle of steroids once before, and so I was actually going to go back and get another cycle from him. So that was my connection to go get another cycle. So I ended up going up there. And at the time, I had a good job. I had a really nice truck. I had everything going for me. I was making money. And, I really thought I had it going on. But I was totally seeking the wrong things. The wrong thing. I really was. And it was actually in between jobs at the time. And I ended up getting laid off out at Monticello power plant because I was a structural welder out there. And I ended up getting laid off out there. And because work started getting slow. And I was actually going to start at Welch Power Plant on Friday, that upcoming Friday. And my buddy, he was sitting there talking to me, and he was like, "Hey, you think you could go with me to Longview? And I just got an interview, and we'll be right back." I was like, "Man, I don't know. I really don't want to go, really, to be honest with you." And he was like, "Man, I really don't have nobody but my girlfriend going with me. I'd really like you to go." I was like, just let me think about it. And he ended up calling me back that day. He was like, "Well, are you coming or not?" I was like, "All right, I'll go." So I ended up going, and it was me and his girlfriend and him. He was actually going to a job interview to build wind turbines and stuff like that. So, and it was on Longview. He we didn't make it to Longview. We ended up, it was actually in between Pittsburgh and Gilmer is where we had our car wreck. And he ended up hydroplaning and losing control. And he ended up speeding off to the left-hand lane, and an 18-wheeler hit us head on. And I was in a coma for 11 days. 11 days. And had a traumatic brain injury, and had a brachial plexus injury, which we've been to, and my mother, my sweet, wonderful, precious mother over there. I love you, Mom. She does everything for me. I don't know what I'd do without my mom. But we've been to, we went to Baltimore to like one of the most like highly specialist. They studied and worked on that specific injury that I had, and it was called a brachial plexus injury. And we ended up going to them because there wasn't really nobody in Dallas that really knew anything about. I mean, I ended up having surgery at that hospital. I think it was Baylor. Where was it? Southwest? UT Southwestern. And, but anyways, I'm not trying to talk about my wreck and stuff like that. What I'm trying to get at is I was so lost for many years, from 16 all the way to 26 years old, because I wasn't, I was doing drugs, and all I thought about was women and impressing them. That's all I cared about. That was it. And the day I had the red, I don't even remember getting into the car that day. And now, looking back on it all, I realized on how lost I really was. I didn't think God even really thought about me. I mean, how stupid could I possibly be, because, each and every person in here, I just want y'all to know how much He loves y'all, because He created each and every one of us. We're not by mistake at all. Not a one of us. We were chosen by Him. And, I thought, I look back on it now, and I just look, I see how really stupid that was on how I thought about that, and how I could ever think about something so horrible like that, about how such a loving Father, we're so lucky to have such a powerful, amazing God as Him. And even though I don't have my arm, and the doctors say that I won't ever get it back, but God. And my girlfriend says that too. My fiance says that, says that too. I was like, but the doctors, and she goes, but the doctors aren't God. Amen. And they said that my arm probably never would heal. So, and I look at really everybody today, and I just smile. Even though I don't have my arm, I still feel like on cloud nine. I still feel 120%, like I was never in a car wreck. I feel like reaching what all of our goals should be is getting to His throne and just worshiping Him for the rest of our lives, for all of eternity. You got to want it from the very bottom of your heart all the way to the top of it. You just got to live, eat, and breathe His Word. And don't get me wrong, I need to get more into His Word. But that's something that I'm definitely practicing on, most definitely. And it's really